Hello, welcome to the stream. It's okay, just sorting a little bit of things out here. Welcome on. Also on Discord if anybody wants to yap. At least I think I am. So that's cool. Don't know if I have anybody, but this is definitely the last stream before Christmas, as I won't be around tomorrow for a little while. So Merry Christmas to whoever is around right now. Yes. It's all good, it's all good. So I'll just minimise that out the way. I've got myself a cup of coffee. All I gotta do actually is make myself a cigarette and see if anybody joins me. I will be streaming until roughly 9 o'clock. Yes, that's the plan, Stan. Anyway, alright, Cyber. Spoons. Oh, Weatherspoons. Okay, bud. Very cool. You just get on to find a live stream going. I have literally, well, I started about 2 minutes ago, to be truthful. Yeah. I don't know how much quality this is going to give or anything, but yeah, I'm willing to give it a go. Apparently I can upstream a bit faster than I am, but that's okay. Well, I hope you are well. I hope you're having a wonderful time, Cider. And yeah, I hope you've had fun at Weatherspoons. I'm assuming that's what you mean by apostrophe spoons. Anyway. 3 past. Okay. Well, this is genuinely my last stream until after the Christmas holidays, I'm afraid. Is how it is. Not sure whether I got this set up alright or not. But Slavy, yeah, Weatherspoons. You may be able to hear me better if you whisk onto Discord. Yeah, I can see you're online on Discord. Just join my channel like and voila. Yeah, you may get less lag between what I'm saying to you and whatever. Yeah, Christmas will be almost sorted tomorrow. For me. I've just got a little bit to do tomorrow before travelling to a couple of places, and then I will be joining my sister for the Christmas Eve, stay there overnight, and that is the plan. Yeah, you don't need to talk, you can just listen. Just click on the voice channels on the left, as you can see on my screen here. And oh, you're probably already in. And you might be able to hear what I'm saying. So that's a bit cool. Yeah, fair enough. I found out earlier on it was Mitchell. So yeah, I'm hoping so, Ferren, and welcome to the stream. Still a bit of lag on Discord, okay, bud, but it's not as bad as it is on YouTube, right? So I can read both comments. It's absolutely fine. So if you're going to print anything up on, you have one monitor, one screen. It's the one I'm using, and therefore I can't shove private messages over to one side. So unless you want something appearing on YouTube, I do apologise for that. Yeah, Ferren, it's all good. I do want to schedule it for Wednesday by tomorrow. Yeah, you want to release the OS by Wednesday on Christmas Day, don't you? As a Christmas present. I think that's a rather good idea. Oh, the only news I've got is that my mini me, as I said it would, is on the NLUUG servers, and it's been BitTorrented as well. Well, hey, so I am done until next month. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, well, you know, don't worry about small delays, Fennon. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas. You know what I mean? Regardless, just enjoy it, mate. And yeah, don't rush things out. Don't rush things out. Test as much as you can, and you know your business by now, mate. You've been doing it long enough. I ain't gonna tell you how to suck eggs. And if you can hear my fans are kicking off like a MF at the moment. But there you go. Let me have a quick look to see why they're kicking off. I wish I could like have a manual turn down or something on them, but alas, no. So what we're clicking here? It's only a load of 1.79. That shouldn't be kicking the CPUs that much. But I am running Discord as well. So yeah, it could be that. So as I said at the beginning, and I will reiterate, just needs to send symboling. Did you sort out the DVLK or whatever it was? I can't remember what it was. The reason why, because Seb tried it, didn't he, on a stream, and poor ATS, no, ETS didn't want to stay online too long. Yeah, so assemble it already, lad. Assemble it. Write your ISO script and assemble it. I don't know which ISO script you do. You got rid of both libs. Okay, that's cool. But that's the thing. That's a good thing about other people testing your software is you get to learn what's working, what isn't, and why it isn't working. Because like myself, hello Lima. You only got 8 minutes. Well, enjoy your 8 minutes, mate. Very welcome to the stream. And thank you for popping in. Merry Christmas, mate. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I doubt if I'll be seeing you before, unless somebody else live streams tomorrow. And yeah, well, tomorrow night really. By the time I finish doing everything, you still need to do one package update. That's cool. Um, so I just disappeared from the Discord. Okay. Anyway, you bloody gone, mate. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Lima. I hope you have a wonderful one, and Happy New Year if I don't see you before. Have a good day at work. At least you've got like Wednesday off, ain't you? So don't worry about it. Everybody should have Wednesday off. In fact, there's only a couple of people that should be working on a Wednesday, and that's priests. Mm. You have to work Christmas Day. Wow. No, that's just sad. That's just sad. Oh, you're Chromecasting. Cider, you're Chromecasting. Is that what you're doing? Oh no, you got a smart TV with YouTube built onto it. Okay, it's okay. Forget about smart TVs. I don't have one. If I want to make mine a smart TV, I'll plug my PC in. My mine's just a dumb 1080p effort. That is now 12 years old, actually. Nearly 13 years old. And you work in New Year's? Okay, okay. Yeah, Deputy Storm. Yeah, Chromecast. Okay. I weren't sure whether you were streaming from your PC to your TV through Chromecast or had a smart TV with the built-in YouTube app. Gnostic! Gnostic buddy, hello. Yeah. Bit of confusion over last night, by the way. You thought I was going to bed. I says, no, I've got a few things to do before I go to bed. Oh, I remember saying that. But that's alright. It's all good, mate. Merry Christmas anyway. Uh, whether you believe or not, like, just have a good holiday, you know. Regardless of what religious persuasion you are or not, a fantastic holiday. Make the most of it. It's a celebration after all. Yes. What is you? Sorry. What do you do for employment, Lima? If you don't mind me asking. You can tell me to piss off, whatever. I don't mind. It's Christmas. I'll take it all in good stead, regardless. Irrespective. And oh, I had a couple of texts really saying, "Oh, I sent you a card." Well, you ain't sent me a card. I bloody did. Yeah, but the post off the island is a bit mad at the minute. Truthfully, truthful no. Yeah. Anyway, I am streaming until 9 p.m. my time. That'll be 1 o'clock on the west coast. Or thereabouts. Or thereabouts. Oh, okay. So, yeah. I got you. Environment worker. Yeah. Basically a cleaner, a janitor. Whatever works, man. Hospital work, that's serious stuff, mate. Hats off to you. Respect, man. In unrelated news, joined the Android toying gang on the OnePlus 6 with the official Android 10 update. So, how are you finding Android 10? You know what? I don't. Apart from kernel updates, I don't have any updates for my phone anymore. Okay, you're gonna have to get used to the new UI and physics. Yeah, okay. It's all good. It's all good. You can join me on the voice channel, you know, Ferran, if you want less delay than what you're getting on YouTube. I did open up Discord just in case, like, and tried to join me for a bit, and he decided to watch me on Chromecast on his goggle box, and then yeah, I'm all alone in Discord. So sad. Christmas I'm alone. Oh, sad. I'm joking. Whatever you want to do. I do have coffee, so I'm good to go with that. Yeah, taking a full-time job's always the best way, Lama, to be honest. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Whatever works for you on your phone, Federer, you know what I mean? Whatever you feel comfortable with. I was thinking about reflashing my old phone to something, and I thought, I just couldn't be bothered to plug in the USB cable and uh, route it and do all that kind of business. I mean, it's easy enough, you know. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, Lana. I take it you're not that old then, when as you're going to college. I didn't realise. You see, I think people, when I talk to people, I always assume that they're roughly my age or a bit younger, and I don't realise that they can be so young. Well, compared to me, that is. Very cool. Excuse me. You're 21. Oh, I wish I was 21 again. The amount of I'd do. Yeah, absolutely. Not declaring that the truth. That truth, yeah. I can't remember what I was doing at 21. I was working, but I can't remember if it was pad press operation or doing something with computers or what. I truly cannot remember what I was doing at 21. Or if indeed I was working. What was I doing at 21? Oh no, I was working. I was working on the set in the south coast of England in Bognor Regis at 21. Yeah, there you go. Remembering. For Jones something. Can't remember the name of the company. Yeah, take care, Lima. Have a very good thing going. You're gonna have to excuse me a moment while I take a phone call, so just bear with me a moment.
I'm just gonna shoot in here and talk to you while you're talking on the phone. Merry Christmas, Chris. Christos. Is that Greek? If you're streaming, you really need to talk to the people, dude.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hang on, let me unmute this one as well. Yeah, sorry, Gnostic. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Chris O'Cavernous. It was my brother-in-law just trying to sort things out. It's all good. And that guy can yak. Just saying, it ain't his fault, really. Um, yeah. How are you today, Gnostic? You okay, bud?
Actually, I woke up early this morning and then ended up falling right back asleep and woke up again around 8. I went to sleep last night around 3 a.m., 3:30.
Uh-huh. I can't remember what happened to me last night. I think, I lost net last night. I was watching Steve's stream, I think it was, and then, boom, gone. I
No,
thought,
I
that's
knew I was
it,
gonna hit
I'm
you
going to
soon,
bed.
dude, because I know the time difference, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and I thought, nah, that's it, I'm going to bed. So I did, I went to bed and I woke up, about 11:30. But
I
I've had
was
to...
sort of I was sort of razzing you because I knew it was getting late over there, and it's like, okay, he's gonna hit the wall soon.
Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. Because, like, yesterday, like, you said, I thought you was going to bed. And I said, like, no, what I actually said was, I'm going to do a few things, then maybe go to bed. But I saw Steve's come and I thought, oh, I'll watch that first before I go. Hello, Don. Happy to see you, mate. Merry Christmas. Definitely my last stream
Hey,
until
Don,
New Year, mate. Well, after Christmas, anyway. I don't know if I'll fit one in between.
it's the lat stream, not the last stream, dude.
The last. Well, I know I've misspelt it on
No,
the,
it's it.
I have misspelt it, haven't
I
I?
know. I'm twice, yesterday and today. I'm messing
Oh,
with you.
yeah, that's because I've just done the, you see, I tried to edit it, but there was no OK button for some reason. I'll try it now. So I'll try this,
Your
yeah.
S, your is your S key sticking?
It's my S key sticking there. Oh, look, I got a save button there. So there we go. I've changed the, Oogie Furkin. So, yeah, title's changed. Yeah, it's split up because I copied the one from... I do that, I just copy. It says, do you want to copy all the settings from last time? I go, yeah. It just says, if I say new stream and all that, it changes the key, which means I gotta go into OBS and change the key in there. The streaming key changes each time. It is definitely this time, Don. It is this time. Hang on, what's this chap putting up? Brennan, what are you putting? Just installed Audacity. Okay, cool. Have you seen Mitchell then? Yeah, for those who don't know, like Mitchell let it out the bag last night on Steve's stream because I asked him. Uh, he mentioned Ferron. I said, does it have to be something to do with video? And he went, yeah. I went, very cool. So yeah,
Mitchell's turned into quite the fanboy of a few different distros and
yeah, he's
whatever. He
very
just seems
generous, you
like
know.
has a lot of enthusiasm.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah,
He
he's
just
not
seems like, yeah, no.
also not broke.
He rem- he sort of reminds me of myself when I was younger.
Yeah, no, he puts a lot of spare cash, whatever spare cash he's got. He puts into different distros, into different Patreons, and so on. You know, he follows a lot of people. I was
Yeah, he
watching.
was.
I was watching one of the other videos. I can't remember who it is. Not many people are. Some gaming or other. I can't remember his name. And he actually mentioned Mitchell by name at the beginning of his video for being a top Patreon. I'm going, bloody hell, mate, you're putting it around. I'm telling you.
Well, he's also helping pizza too,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
I think is
Pizza,
cool.
that's right. Yeah.
I mean,
So,
this is like a maybe 2 3 weeks back. He was sitting griping and moaning about not having anything to go. He was saying he's thinking about is like, man, what am I gonna do when I get old? And I'm like, dude, you're in your 40s, your late 30s, early 40s, and it's like, you got children, you got something to look forward to, dude.
yeah, absolutely. That's true enough. Audacity's
and,
GTK2.
and
Yes, it is better. Didn't you know that? Hasn't been updated to GTK3, mate. No, it's still on GTK2. Still an awesome, awesome audio tool, though. I've actually made tracks up using Audacity back in the day. WAV files, just download a load of WAV file samples and I just matched them. I don't know
I
what happened
kept
to that.
thinking Farron. I kept thinking Farron was up around 21 or 20 or something, and he's still. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but He's still a kid
Yeah,
in
no,
a
he's
lot of ways. Of
still a
course,
whippersnapper.
when I was 17, I was in the military. So yeah,
Oh, right, okay.
I grew up fast,
Yeah,
basically.
you would do if you was in the military, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, I'm just noticing a lot of differences between when I was a kid. Back in my days, it was like go karts and motor scooters and motorcycles, and now it's all electronics and and software.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna swap to my Bluetooth headset because I've just noticed, like, every time you're talking, my microphone's bouncing along like a good one. So I'm probably getting double. Doo-doo-doo. Wait for it to change over. If it wants to change over, that is. I'm gonna have to do it by hand, I think. Oh no, it's connected according to this. Uh,
Well, I don't know. Can
no,
you hear me through your headphones?
no, you're still coming through speakers, which means I'm gonna have to tell tell old Pulse Audio here to. Hang on, I've got volume control already down there. No.
Yeah. The only
Pulse
thing I
Audio
do is
volume
try and wait for.
control. Playback. Yeah, everything's still on put English, so I want Discord on the L99. Boom. Okay, give me a nutter. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I can hear you now. No worries, no worries. You're through on my thingy. I like the way that Discord comes up with the Chrome icon. Alright, so yeah, I'm on headset now. So that'll do. Although there's always a slight delay with Bluetooth, of course, but that's fine. I can cope with that. I can leave the rest as is. Just making sure I've got. Yeah, I do. That's fine. Oh, I can hear myself a bit. Yeah, no, I can hear that because I just heard myself. Kind of. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I did see Zebedee Boss come on the Discord for a second on mobile, then went back off. You're not coming through on the stream? Hang on. Oh, I see. No, I see why. I see why. Sorry, people. My fault. Hang on. Recording from desktop audio monitor of the L99. Boom. Okay, give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now, chap.
Test, test.
Yeah, that's better. That's done it. You are now coming over on the stream. You should hear yourself say test in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Very good. That's my fault. I forgot to change the output. That's all good. The monitor. What a noob, eh? What a noob. At least I can do that on Linux without rebooting. Just saying. Last time I tried to do something like that on Windows, I had to reboot because I changed sources. What? Really? Or it just go muted?
I mean, like I said, until I really got into it, like 2 years ago, really got into Linux, I didn't realize how much more powerful than Windows it was.
Mm. A lot of people slate Pulse Audio and that, but I found it a very useful tool for what I do. I mean, I can set up Jack, do the same thing, but it just happens. Jack's way more powerful, of course. Oh yes, this laptop is getting roasties. Hmm. As Mark said to me yesterday, I need one of those ice trays, fan trays, laptop trays. Keep the machine cool.
Yeah, no. Last night on Steam, I could not believe he was trying to stream over Wi-Fi, dude. So
Who?
just the whole, it's like, why is this messing up? It's like, Then he finally says, "I'm going to hardwire in." It's like, duh, no wonder you were
Oh, right, Steve last
trying to
night,
do
yeah.
that over Wi-Fi.
Yeah, strangely enough, the first couple of streams I did was over Wi-Fi. I just happened to come across one of the old Cat6 cables that come with the router. I thought, okay, I'm sitting close enough to the router, he could reach. It's only about a 4 foot cord, 5 foot cord. I'm only 5 foot away from the router anyway. So yeah, I plug in. There's no real speed difference for me, to be honest. But it's probably more
Now,
reliable being plugged in.
it really depends on what kind of Wi-Fi you have and who you
Mm.
buy your router from and all that stuff. Because
It's just a,
I mean, you
it's
got
not,
cheap stuff and you got good stuff.
yeah, well, it's nice, P special, but it is actually a D-Link with their own badge on it.
Well, D-Link was a pretty good brand a long time ago. I don't know about now.
No, I ain't got a
All
clue
I know
about now
is
myself. And I did
I
give me another one
am
that was
dealing.
Seagam, and that is just useless.
I am dealing with a. I mean, granted, the guy was a jet mechanic, but on the other hand, in electronics, he don't really have. I mean, I don't either, but I know more than he does. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
the modems in the basement and the routers up in his room, and he don't know how to configure. I said, dude, you need to run them both to the same place where they're in the same room. That way, if something goes down, you ain't got to run upstairs and reset everything, and downstairs, whatever. It's a 3-story house or 2-story house with a 3rd story attic, full finished attic, basically.
Okay, so I'm just reading this comment from Steve. Hi, Pleasant Times, can you help me when I put your ISOs on? I can't get it out of the boot menu. Jim's redos are fine. Okay, well, Jim uses the same base as I do, so I'm confused with that. Okay. Okay, so what, does it boot to a, where it's asking you to log in via command line? Is that what's happening, Steve? And did it allow you to input your root password and time zone and all that? Did it reach that point? If you can tell me that bit, I can help you, you see. If you didn't manage to get to the point where you can't, which is strange. I mean, if you managed to install it, you had a GUI before, and you should just carry those settings straight over. However, things do go bang in the night for whatever reason. So explain to me what you was trying to do, Steve, and then, okay, I don't know what you're saying no to. You're gonna have to elaborate, mate. I'm sorry. Okay, if it's just come to, hang on, let me bring up a VM. Sorry about these people, but, you know, needs must. Right, let me boot into, say, export. Yeah, 1 minute, it could do. It doesn't really matter which one. Oh, it's booted into live. Did I not install that? Or have I just got the ISO attached? Let me kill that off. Try again, Ali, you daft. Yes. Right. Okay, Steve. Is this from an install or is this from live? And I can show you how to fix either way. Either or. It goes to boot and back to... Oh, so it doesn't input... Yeah, that seems...
Like a
Is that...
BIOS issue.
It does. Is that
BIOS.
from...
It's not.
Yeah. Is that from when... After the install? Or is it from the live CD itself? If it's from the live CD, maybe you've still got... Maybe. I'm not saying you have. Um... Oh, what's that chapping thing that new EFIs have for Microsoft? Oh, Secure Boot.
You
Maybe
might
that's
have to go
yeah.
into your BIOS, and if you're booting off a thumb drive, you might want to tell it to check
Okay,
for that
so you
and
managed to
allow boot from.
yeah. So you've managed to install it from the ISO, and then it's refusing to boot, and it's just going straight back to your ISIS. I might think you got a bad install, maybe. What's saying with Windows? Oh, choose a new disk. So you're in a reboot loop. So I've got no operating system on this. Okay, now I'm confused.
Yeah, at first he says from install on hardware. Now he says from live. I
Right.
mean, which one, dude?
Wait. Okay, let's start over again. Right. How did you put? Right, I assume you've downloaded the ISO and you've managed to copy it to a USB pen, CD drive, whatever. Right. Explain from there, my friend. Because it may be that you've either A, got a bad download, which is a quite possibility, it happens, or for some reason, when you copied it to USB pen, that's got corrupt somehow. Oh, and also, which one of my
There's
ISOs is it?
also you keep forgetting. Sometimes you got to go in and tell your BIOS to allow it to boot from a USB stick or a CD-ROM. You got to go into your BIOS and tell your computer that.
Unfortunately, I don't have any kind of HDMI capture, so I could show you that way. Unfortunately. It's really hard to say what's happening with a live, on the Metal Live. I mean, right, so it's open box. Thank you. So that'll be this bugger here. Bear with me while I look for open box. PC Linux OS 64 open box. So I assume, right, tell me where yours stops. Does it get to that? Oh, sorry, one other question. Are you booting in legacy mode or EFI mode? What I'm showing now is the screen you'll get if you're in legacy. And we'll see what we can do to fix. Because both myself and
Dude,
him say you're booting legacy, so does it get to this screen that you're seeing here now? When you insert your USB into the side and fire it up and you press F12, F8, whatever, F9, escape, whatever it is to get into your boot thingy, does it come up with
BIOS.
the screen into the, yeah, not the BIOS exactly, the boot order?
My boot order's stuck in my BIOS, basically.
Yeah, but you can, on mine, like I press F12 and it just brings up all the drives that I'm allowed to boot off. On HP's it's F9 and F2 on other machines. Yes, so you get into this screen, and when you press like enter, you don't get that bit. It just goes straight back to where it's saying ASUS, right? Instead of doing this. Okay. Now, I think you've got a bad download because it seems like, I tell you what it does sound like what's happened, is that I'm assuming you're doing it by USB. What I assumed has happened is that you've got a dirty bit on the USB, maybe because or the copy hasn't completed properly, or yeah, it's some kind of other corruption happening. Actually, let me hunt for a USB key, which I know I've got one here somewhere, a USB pen. Oh, Gordon Bennett. I did have one right next to me, right up until about 10 minutes ago. Oh, I found it. Right, I'm going to plug a USB in. I don't know what OS is actually on this key at the minute, but I'm going to find out.
But
Or
see, that's the thing, dude. I mean, did you
oh no, there's no OS
even
on that. I updated my BIOS with it. So that's alright, that's good news. Right, let me minimise this. rubbish out the way. So when I transfer something, I can use a programming piece of Linux OS called DD copy, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it by hand. Right. First off, I've got to
Uh,
find out if I've got an ISO there.
am I even on the stream
I
anymore?
do. Yeah, you're here, mate.
Yeah, no. Did you even bother to ask him if he went in and set up his BIOS to boot from a USB or not? I mean,
Well, yeah,
that's the first where
no,
I'd start.
no, he did say that he gets to the same screen, the blue background, the multicolored background with the grub order, right? But after that, it's rebooting straight back to the BIOS, which seems to me that it isn't touching the kernel or anything like that. It's not even attempting to boot. So I'm just wondering whether he's got a dirty copy going to his USB stick, and his USB stick's going, well, his PC's going, nah. So he's getting to grub, fine, but after grub, it's not. Hello, Explorer. It's not booting, and he's saying he's using it from legacy mode. If you see what I mean, Gnostic. So anyway, the command if equals community, that'll do. Don't need the menu. The big one he's having problems with. 19.iso of equals. Now you gotta make sure you get destroyed, or you're gonna wipe a drive. But I know for a fact that it's SDC because I only have 2 drives. Oops. See, I can't spell now. I'm on a stream and can't spell. And that's sad. Right, status equals progressed. And sync. Oops. You're quite right, I probably do have a problem with my SK. So let's make sure that is all correct. It is. And press go. Boom. So wait until that's copied over. And notice I did put sync at the end to make sure, because although this will probably say complete, it's probably still copying. And if you unplug it before then, before it's finished syncing, you're only going to have partial. And I'll show you how I'm going to test the USB key afterwards to make sure it's all good. Hmm. Why? What comment did you type, Richard? What did you tell Chris? Because Chris can be a bit of a funny one at times. So this is going to take a bit of a while to copy over. Oh well, it's in a bit of a while. There's no way I've done that in that time, so we'll wait for it to sync. Already back, Gnostic. No problem, mate. Yeah, we do have 2 different approaches to problem solving. It seems it's all good. Okay, that's fine, Richard. Hang on. Where are you? I'll get all the way to make to take the USB out to finish the install. So you've installed it, you've managed to install it, right? And then it tells you like you can reboot. So you've rebooted, and then it could tell you to say, please remove media before, and then press enter, and that's where the problem starts, right? Is that what you're telling me, Steve? Okay, that's right. Hang on, let me where am I? I want that. So let me go back to this again, which is what I was doing in the first place. Okay, just for argument's sake, you went through the live CD route. Now, what I want you to do, well, what I'm going to do, Steve, right, is install it, and you tell me if I do something on mine, which I'm doing now, because I'm going to install it exactly the same way as I install on Metal. There's literally not going to be any difference, even if there's existing file systems there. So, Dobrio, hello matey, hope you're well. Merry Christmas, bud. Okay, I'm going to choose UK keyboard. This won't make any difference to the install. It's literally just setting up, my keyboard basically. Okay, I'm here at this screen. I'm going to go to install, boom, which seems to open up full screen for whatever reason, but we won't matter. Let me control C this to make it a bit bigger. So, okay. So all I do is go next. Of course, I've got to please wait now while it sorts out what partitions I've got or not got, whatever. Right, I've got to use existing partitions, but I'm going to assume, right, at this part here, which did you do? Did you have existing partitions, Steve? I can wait for you to reply. There's no problem with that. Let me just have a look to see what this is doing. Still syncing. See. I've got to close a couple of these down, or Blue Devil and stuff, I guess. Volume control I don't need right now. But I do need that. Minimise that a minute. Because once the USB keys finish syncing, it will say syncing. So I'm assuming you did do the USB right. So yeah, it's still syncing. So tell me which option you chose, bud. Oh ho ho! Merry Christmas, Johan. So I'm just waiting for Steve's reply here as to which part on this part that he chose. I want to try and follow the route he took. Hello, Exporter. If I haven't said hello to you before, sorry, but Merry Christmas, mate. I'll just wait for a reply. And I'll be good to go. Even I'm still streaming, of course. Yeah, I'm still streaming. All right, welcome back, Gnostic. So I'm still waiting for Steve's reply here. Steve Peace, which was it? I'm kind of stuck in limbo here until you tell me which you chose. If you chose existing partitions or you had a blank disk, let me know, because then I can just erase and use entire disk or whatever it is.
I gotta go make some coffee. I'll be right back.
Make me one as well, Gnostic. I could do with a coffee. I'm not going to have one yet, though. Steve's still with us? That's the question. Yeah. Sorry, people, I'm kind of stuck in limbo here. In evolution. Okay. Make myself a cigarette while I'm waiting for Steve to reply.
I'm back.
Darn, that's a fast coffee.
It was instant.
It was instant, yeah, absolutely instant. I think you
No,
got it.
literally instant coffee, dude.
Yeah,
Instant
yeah,
coffee. I was
yeah.
just waiting
Powdered
for the
coffee,
water to
yeah.
boil.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you got yourself a replicator, mate.
I can't afford the Javalia stuff. I love it, but I can't
Yeah, no,
afford it. Or
I know
what?
me. That's what I used to be truthful with you to make coffee. It's just a jar of coffee, 1 teaspoon in with a couple of sugars, milk added, and of course water.
Well, I prefer the good stuff, but
So
it's
do
what
I.
you can afford, basically.
But yeah, I'm like you. I'm broke. Christmas time, man. I'm always broke. Perpetually broke. Is Steve's
It don't
PC
have to be
even near his
Christmas.
PC? Because he hadn't bloody come back to me yet. Huh? No, it don't have to be Christmas. I'm just perpetually broke all year round. It is how it is.
Dude, for me, it all started right after the housing. Well, actually, it hit the construction field before it hit the normal people.
Mm-hmm.
But a year before the housing bubble burst, a year before the housing bubble burst for everybody else, it hit the construction field. And I haven't had any decent employment since. I was making $35 an hour down in New Orleans rehabbing houses, and yeah,
Yeah.
I had to come home because all my tools got stolen.
Oh,
And yeah, it's been
oh, I am
downhill
sorry
ever
to hear that.
since. Dude,
Thieving
I
bits.
lost I
I hate
lost
thieves.
over $800 worth of tools.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. That's the thing. People just don't realise that when they do nasty things like that, they can literally ruin a life. Literally ruin a life.
Dude,
Low lives.
New Orleans was a haven for scam artists, dude.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
a lot of the locals were freaking out because it's their first populations of Mexicans they had because
Uh-huh.
like 90
Absolutely.
percent of the roofing 90% of the roofing crews were Mexicans.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm going to continue with this install anyway. I'm going to use existing partitions because Steve hasn't got back to me. I was going to say
Well,
if I do
I'm
anything different to what he's done, let me know just to see.
I'm not trying to be mean or anything here, but some of these people that's trying to do the dual boot thing off of single hard drive really, yeah, some of them they get in over their head. Let's put it that way. I'm not saying he's that kind of person, but you never know.
I don't even know if he is dual booting, to be honest. I never even
He
thought to
wasn't
ask whether
clear.
he was.
He wasn't clear about that.
Apparently, he can get to like the end of the install after the grub bit. It's the grub bit I'm interested in to see if he's changed anything there. But then again, there's nothing really to change apart from where to place the bootloader kind of thing, whether it be on the MBR itself or on the partition. So this won't take too long to install, hopefully.
See, I mean, I haven't really dual booted since way back in the DOS and early Windows days, back before the year 2000. And when I
Mm.
got back into it, the whole process, well, DOS is completely different, but yeah, process had completely changed.
I don't have time to install Windows and Linux to show dual boot, but there you go.
Well, no, see, that's what I was doing, dude. I was basically running around snagging distros and using what was it, Rufus a lot.
Yeah, Rufus, put it onto USB. Okay. Okay, Steve, no worries. I'm trying to think of the best way you can get back to me. Just leave comments on the thingy below this stream, whatever. Okay, and I will try to fix it for you. But apparently, I don't know, I might buffering a lot or got bad display or something I may have.
It really depends on where you're at, dude. We've been
Mm.
having issues
Have
in
you?
my area for a while, for like past 10 years. It's just they promise all this really nice bandwidth, and then when it comes time that it's actually supposedly working, it's not really working.
I have no idea what kind of bandwidth am
Probably
I
is.
using. 293, 498. Ain't that bad. I'm in the green. That makes a change. I'm normally red or amber.
I think a lot of it has to do with, especially like over here, it's like 20 after 2, and it's like when people start getting off work in the evening, is when the bandwidth really starts getting bad.
Absolutely. Anyway,
And
Steve, no.
you keep buffering,
Mm-hmm.
you keep
Sorry.
buffering on and off,
Yeah, yeah.
not just for a few seconds, but
Okay.
plus you got to figure there's probably like what 8,000 miles between us.
Yeah, yeah, true enough. It has got us from a fair way. No, wicked, fair and wicked. Anyway, Steve, have a Merry Christmas. If I don't see you before. And I will help you to get this sorted next time I see you, I promise. Because I'm not having that. People can't boot my OS or installing it. I'm not having it. Gotta be done. Especially because Jim Acklaw uses exactly the same. In fact, Jim Acklaw uses my bloody ISOs to base his off on his open box and that. I'm just saying. His works more down. How come that's working? Hang on. What's he doing so different? Why this is nearly finished booting. Please wait. I nearly finished booting. I mean, install. See, I just go next on this one. Next. Although I can change the, knock it down to 1 second. Because I dual booting. Now,
I just realized
if you are dual
Johan was
booting
here.
or anything else, there's this option here, Pro for an OS. Leave that on if you're dual booting, so it picks up the other OSs, but if you're not, don't bother with it. Boom. It kind of quickens up the bootloadering process a tiny bit by a few seconds, just the OS prober doesn't get involved. We're saying that it does probe before anyway to see if there is any other OSs. It makes a recommendation. What do you want to boot from first? There we go. Click finish. And this is the problem he says after he does that, he reboots. I'm doing this for my own thingy as well, so let's see. I won't need to actually extract the ISO because it does it automatically anyway. Okay. Right, he does that bit. He's removed the USB key and he's rebooted. And he gets to this bit. Oh, okay. No, I didn't expect that to come up. He's telling me that VGA 78 use payload, okay, before Linux command instead. Alloc magic is broken. No, I didn't expect that because last time when I tested it on hardware, of course, which is different. But it does just lock up, so maybe he is absolutely correct. So has there been an update to Grub that I don't know about? I want to try that again, but a different way. Hang on a minute, let me turn off the machine. Now, that's interesting because I know for a fact that I did test it before I uploaded it because I thought, oh, that's cool. So, is this done? Yes, at last. Alright, let me try it in VirtualBox thingy then. USB device, SPC, yep, boot. So I may have problems. Well, that's already booting, so you didn't find that. Okay. Close that. Bring that up. Right, let's change settings on that just for a second, just in case, because I boot off EFI on the PC itself to test. Because I already installed it off EFI. So, let me change that to EFI.
Hey,
And I'll reinstall again.
actually, I've never seen. Hey,
Yes, boss.
are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, when you're finished with the stream, watch that link I put up with the Chris Titus. You
Yeah,
probably
no, I
love
was
it. It's
going
good
to,
comedy.
yeah, I will have a look at that.
I said, yeah. It's actually the full hour and 43 minutes special.
Very cool. Hang on.
It gives you a good idea of what's going on over here in the States. So, yeah.
Same one. Okay. S18, thingy, EFI, boot. Let me try some, because I don't think I did test Legacy as much as I should have. I'm just going to go straight for the install. This time I'll be wiping the drive obviously because it's going to have to make a FAT32 partition that doesn't exist. So do it again, Ali. And if there is problems, I'm going to have to like jump onto the forum soon and tell them, hey, scrap that ISO, I'm going to have to redo it. Oh, the joy! But I found out it seems to be the VGA equals business, so if it does it on this. Right, UK keyboard, branching installer, next. So maybe Steve is absolutely correct, maybe he is having problems with Legacy. erase. Computer source. Actually, I'd like to know how it does repartition it afterwards. I'm going to have a look. No, yeah, I didn't change the partitioning scheme from DOS to GTP, but never mind. I just saw SDB6 come up, so I'm reckoning it's using an extended partition along with the root partition. And if this breaks, I'm definitely having to go up onto the forum. It happens. Although I've done this exactly the same way as I did with Trinity, and I know that works because, like, just one of these things. As I was saying that after I updated on my metal when I was building it, why didn't it complain at me then? It is how it is, eh? And I can't exactly reboot my own PC to take care, Johan. Merry Christmas, mate. If I don't see you before, which I doubt I will, I might, but I doubt. But have a fantastic holiday, mate. Thank you for joining, and a very Merry Christmas and a brilliant New Year. I take care. And sorry for boarding the stream with this, but like, yeah, this is like piqued my interest, as they say. Come on, install, you son of a. Well, I wish I'd shoot any NVMe drives. Thank you. Thank you, Johan. I appreciate it. Actually, I've done the mini after, so I'm gonna check mini as well. That's what I shall be doing. So let's see what happens. Not F5, boot. Yeah, I've actually got to say that back to 1 second again on purpose. Enough probing. Click finish. Does this don't boot? Then oh no. All good. Or maybe if I rub off the VGA equals 788 business at boot time, maybe it'll allow me to boot afterwards. We'll see what happens. If there's a quick workaround for now. For now, which don't really help because as soon as you go to reboot, alright, click finish. Rebooting the OS. Okay, press enter and okay. And that's going straight in. So it's a problem with legacy boot. Okie dokie. Yeah, straight in. Okay, it's a legacy boot problem then. I'm gonna have to go into the forums and like report that one. Power off the machine. Could remember what was here. So I think it will. Actually, can I should have took a screenshot of the last one, shouldn't I? Oh, hold on a minute, unbox menu. I'll pick up unbox menu, the latest one. That one. Oh. What is this in legacy mode? Settings, storage, and a storage system reductor. Yeah, legacy. What's the invalid setting? Oh, okay, I've got 4 CPUs designed, have I? Let's bring that down so it behaves itself. It could survive on 4, no problem. Right, start that off. Installed in legacy mode. And I'll wipe the disk again. Because the unbox mini is the last one I did, so if there's any more updates, this will copy it. And it won't take as long to install, that's for sure. Or shouldn't do, I hope. Come on, boot yips. Meet up on my fingers. Right, boot. So next. I do I need to erase and use the entire disk? That was done in the EFI before, so erase and use entire disk. Next. All in. Sorry about this, people. What else can we talk about now? You could say the magic is lost. Yeah, my magic is a bit lost. I ain't sure what the bloody hell happened there. So let's do this bit. So I think this might be on spinning rust. It's moving a bit slower than it was last time. Oh, that or I'm just being too impatient. Which is also a possibility, right? Right. Oh, I don't just do that here. See that delay then? It's because my CPUs are getting a bit trampled. SDI2. I'll give it 1 second because I left it last time. Finish. Who have I got with me? I have. I've still got 5 viewers. Hello, 5 viewers. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to ascertain something, and then I'll be happy regardless which way it goes. I'll put my mouse there because it's going to actually to stay finished and reboot in a minute, I hope. And there's a problem. We have an EFI machines and that. I didn't even think about testing a legacy boot because, yeah. Oops. On my part, definitely oops. Hello, Don. Come across an issue with my OpenBox Maxi, the big one. Legacy mode. Well, boot. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm just testing out Legacy on Mini now to see if it's coming across the same problem. If it is, I mean, I know how to fix it. I mean, I know what to do to fix it. Oh, it's just how it is. Okay, let's see. No problem with the Mini. Or at least not concealed right now. No, that's rebooting fine. That was only with the OpenBox Max. Why is the OpenBox Maxi complaining about VGA 788 then when the later one, OpenBox Money, which I did after? Why am I getting an error on this one? Okay, no worries. Can be fixed. Oh, what am I? I'm just wondering if I can edit the boot menu to rub off 788 and see what actually happens if I was to do that. Actually. Oh, too slow, Ali. Boot's fine in EFI mode, but Legacy it's having none of it. Fine. Okay, I know what to do. When he boots, he has to edit the boot stamps and just takes out the 788 business, and it should be golden. Should be. But I'm going to have to report that to the forum as an issue, or I'll just have to re-upload. So there you have it. Merry Christmas, Don. I hope you are well. I'm not going to mess with that anymore tonight. I can do some more when I have my sister tomorrow. Just a bit disappointing that in EFI mode it's working, in Legacy it's not. And yes. If you're watching though, Steve, if you watch later on, whatever, what you will need to do is from your live CD, boot it up. You're gonna have to mount the drive, go to the PC, and what you'll have to do then is you go to boot, group 2, and here you'll see group config. Open up with the leaf pad or whatever you got installed, and you scroll down. Hang on, is it? No, it isn't. Sorry, I apologise. Wrong file. I was thinking of something else that I had to do. It's alright, all good, it's success. Sorry. My bad. Grub. Where are you, Grub? Grub.d, that's the one. No, it isn't. I'm trying to remember the bloody path of this. Oh, sorry, accept default. Oh, Ali, you're such a chab. Right, yeah, this grub file here. Yeah, that's the one. Where it says, up here, VGA 788, take that out, like so. And then you save it. Yeah, Control S to save or use to save, whatever. You close that, and then, yeah, hopefully, next time you boot it might catch on. If not, you'll have to remove the VGA 788 from the boot stanza as you boot. You can do that at below. You press E and you scroll down, remove 788, backspace it all, and then it's Control X, and then you can boot. And when you're in, and then you go to do what I've just done here, and then what you have to do then you have to go to PCC. Yeah, nearly done, nearly done. Of course, putting in your rootage password. You go to boot, and you set up boot, and you literally just go next, next, next on the next bit. So it's actually searching for all the stuff I've got now. The programs exit abnormally, and I was kind of expecting that. But once you've done that, you do go to there once you boot in, and you just go next, 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 and it should be done. It's because I'm on the A5, I was adjusting the legacy part. Of course, I'm not running legacy, yeah. Or you can just go into a terminal. OSU, and I think it's group 2 update, is it? I know it's group 2 install, but yeah, that may work anyway. I know it's grub update if you're doing that. Installing for xmas installation finished. And that'll put you on the other grub stanza. All good, all good. It is how it is. I thought I best change mine back again because mine's working fine. So mine went blank for a second there as to what the fuck thing I wanted. Excuse me. There we go. Mine's repaired. Yeah, I'm almost ready. Almost. Like, yeah, I will be by tomorrow night. And if I'm not, too bad. Too bad. So, does anybody want to talk about anything for the next 15 minutes before I gotta go? If I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna have a quick watch of this video here and then.
Yeah, no, I was just sort of sitting there listening in myself.
I know you're fine, I'll stick, no problem. But I do have a problem with my ISO on Legacy, mate. That's the truth of it. On one of them, anyway, on the open box that it shows. I don't have it on the Mini. That seems to reboot fine. And I haven't tested Trinity yet, but I'm assuming that's fine.
All I know is the Mini worked all right off the flash drive, but
Hmm?
like I said, it's not really for me. I sort of like something a little flashier. I mean, it's just the way it looks. It looks like uh, back in the late '90s, early
Well,
2000s. Looks like something from there.
if you have a look at Mini like, it's Mini for a reason. I mean, it's got natural on it and it's minimal theming. So it's just there for you to do. You add your own programs and all that to it and design it
Right.
yourself and, you know.
No, no. I get that. I understand that. It's just, uh, and that's what I'd actually like is maybe something like what do they call it? Um, build your
Yeah,
own Linux or whatever that guy, BYO Linux, whatever it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I like something like that so you can put what you want on it, as opposed to all this extra garbage that I really don't use or need. I mean,
It is the way
I
it is.
do come across I do come across cases where I do need Office once in a while, but it's usually like 2 or 3 years into a usage. And it's like,
Hmm.
okay, well, I'll go grab it, now that I need it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a
Eh,
script as well called Hello Manager. You'll find it in the repo, and not just downloads the latest LibreOffice from there.
I usually just go to Libre and snag their Debian file or whatever
Yeah,
distro I'm using.
yeah, you
I'll
can
get
on Debian.
get their file for it.
Actually, I don't
I'd
even know.
rather grab it from the people who make the
Yeah, that's what I
product
mean.
myself.
That's exactly what this LibreOffice Manager does. Uh, watching install and add LibreOffice, and what it does, it actually goes to the official website and it downloads and installs it for you. But I'm already on the latest one, so it's pointless me showing you. Could you just tell me that I'm on the latest one? And the save
Now,
for the
I
virtual box, it's just a save for that. Go off to Oracle
w-
and download the latest Oracle virtual box and install everything for you.
basically for me being sort of a newbie to Linux and everything. I mean, I have some experience with it, but I've been learning a lot over the past 2 years, and for me, it's basically getting used to the new programs and different programs and the weird names some of them have.
Oh yeah,
Which
definitely
I
some
mean,
weird names.
no, I get the weird names because they want to be different, but
Mm,
they just need to maybe fix up for all these people like all the different Ubuntu style spins or whatever the Ubuntu derivatives.
yeah,
They need to just like put out a light version and then a fully packed version,
yeah,
because I
which is
grab the
basically what I
light
do.
and
I mean, I'm running the fully packed version as you can see by all these bloody darn applications. They're not all installed by
yeah, but
default on the fat one.
like,
I mean, I've added
like I said, I
OBS,
looked.
Cloud and Live, and all that kind of business.
No, I get it. I
But
looked at the
Office
big
comes,
one and I was like, 2.6 gigs. That definitely has more than what I need.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it does. It does have a bit. It is a bit rammed. But I do a mini one as well for exactly as you say, so you can add your own stuff. The only thing I've added to the mini since the previous one is LeafPad because it didn't even have a text editor. And I thought, well, I've got to have a text
Well,
editor.
right.
Come on, Ali. You
See,
had
that's
Nano in
that's the
CLI,
thing.
but I thought I can at least give him a
That's the
graphical
thing.
text
I
editor.
that's the thing. I basically ran across LeafPad on some other distribution, and I get into the Ubuntu derivatives, and I can't find LeafPad anywhere in any of the repositories. I'm guessing I could set up some keys or do it however and grab it straight from them. But I
Yeah.
mean, nobody carries LeafPad that I know of.
No, I'll put LeafPad in by default on both. It's a nice little editor, to be
I,
honest. A nice little notebook clone or whatever it's called.
right. No, I
Notepad.
mean that's all I want is a straight UTF text editor,
Yeah.
and that's all I really need because I'll literally whatever. Like I said, I'm still learning command line. I could get lazy about it and cut and
Mm.
paste a bunch of commands into LeafPad, and when I need it, I'll
Mm-hmm.
friggin' cut and paste into the terminal because Like I said, I got lazy over the years.
Absolutely. Yeah. Leaf pad and mouse pad. If you're on a QT though, like plasma, feather pad's very good. Alright, both.
Which one?
Feather pad, which
Oh, feather.
is
No, that's the one I meant was feather pad. That's the one I told you about or asked you about was feather pad. Because
yeah, feather pad.
leaf pad and feather
Nice
pad I
little.
get confused sometime, but
Well,
feather
leaf
pad's the
pad's
one
the
I
one that
actually
came with
like.
LXDE. You got. I got both installed. I don't know why I got both installed, but yeah. You can tell the theming doesn't take over because I don't have any Keep 5 theming going on, but yeah. Yeah, leaf pad on the dark one, and feather pad is the light one. But they're both like more or less the same. They both do tabs when you open up more than one and all that kind of business. They're both quite cool. And they're both light as hell, to be honest. The only reason like I didn't put leaf pad on the mini was because it was downloading some Qt 5 dependencies, which would have fattened it up a little bit. So I just put leaf pad on. There's already dependencies for that. It's GTK. There you go. That was my reasoning behind it anyway.
See, that's one thing I sort of wonder what's going on with the new Win 10 because I had run across issues when I was still playing with Linux early on where you had to convert documents to what was the new DocX version.
Uh
That's the last version I
huh.
actually used for
An
Windows
office.
stuff,
Yeah, DocX and
and I
office.
don't say what.
DocX and Microsoft Office. Awful.
All I know is there were some compatibility options
Mm-hmm.
because with Windows 7 anyway, with the new Office suite,
Yeah,
and they had this new thing out called .docx,
that's right, yeah.
and they had a conversion thing in LibreOffice, so I just converted. And now that Windows 10 is here, I like I said, I just messed around a little bit on my brother's and stepdad's system, and it's like, oh, this is junk,
Yeah, I knew,
and
yeah.
so
Absolutely.
and so I don't know what's good. They may have even put up more blocks to try and keep the conversion programs from working.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, actually, I don't know why LibreOffice even. I've never even tried to convert. Um, I know I've
I
got
was
no.
busy. I was in the middle of something where they said, "Oh, we can't use this. It don't work on our
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft Office." I was like, "Well, why are you using Microsoft?" So I had to convert it for them.
Yeah. Oh, save as. Forward one. Well, obviously, it's going to do ODF, but GG DocX, yeah. 2007. So you can still save your DocX. Yeah. So, although the formatting may be wrong if you was to open it up in Microsoft Office, but yeah, they can export to DocX on LibreOffice still. Oh, I've never tried it. I
Like
don't
I said,
hardly
they
ever
may
use
have
Office.
some. Like I said, I was working with some people that needed Microsoft style, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I was using LibreOffice, so I converted. And like I said, I haven't really used it in a long time because I don't use Office suites that much.
Well,
And
just
yeah, I
remove
don't
the
know what
LibreOffice. Give yourself some more space.
Windows 10's doing because it's stupid as far as I'm concerned.
A lot of people feel that way. There was a good video today I saw by explaining computers what to do when Windows 7 runs out and what he's going to do. He's basically said, oh, I've gone to Mint. I've got a couple of Windows 7 machines and not plugged into the internet. Don't matter. But like, yeah, I've more or less converted to Windows Mint. I thought, fair enough on you, dude. But he just go through actually the options and okay. And as he was saying, it's 27% market share is still Windows 7. So if they wanted to be on Windows 10, they would be already. So yeah.
Well, see, before I got out of Windows 7, I had another program that would basically run through all Windows system or all their stuff on their system, and they were backporting a lot of Windows 8 into Windows 7 at the
Mm-hmm.
time. So,
Oh yeah,
you
I
know,
did. Elementary
basically
and all that.
this new version of 7, I've already seen people put out videos saying, "Oh, basically you're getting Windows 10 with a 7 interface," and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I sort of figured that would happen.
Yeah. It will still work after 14th of January, so yeah.
So, well, yeah, I know, but see, that's the whole thing. It's just like they're gonna say,
Outlook.
"Oh, it's Windows 7." No, it's Windows 10 with a friggin'
Mm-hmm.
Windows 7 skin on it.
I stopped all my updates about 3 years ago for the VM. I mean, I've still got a Windows 7 VM that I've travelled across so many versions of VirtualBox and it still boots. But it hasn't had seen updates for about 3 years. I turned automatic updates off and everything, and no, I just leave it alone.
See, that was the thing that really sort of canned it for me, and I still spent a year or so on it after that. But people were coming home. My friends were coming home going, "I came home and it was in the middle of an update to Windows 10. I don't want Windows 10." I was like, "Didn't you turn that stuff off, man? You can turn that off, you know."
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, some were actually forced updates and others were asked, you sure you don't want to update to Windows 10? I am absolutely positive. Leave me alone now.
Well, see, I went out and got I people call it the God mode command, which I call it
Mm-hmm.
what do you call it? I call it a control panel where you get all your controls in one panel.
Yeah,
All the ones you got to dig around to find.
yeah.
Puts it all in
Yeah,
one.
it was a registry clear as far as I remember. If you got commands.
Yeah, no, basically it was a string of you could put
Oh no, it was just a folder,
uh
wasn't it? Yeah, you made a
you
folder on
could
the
put a
screen.
shortcut on
That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you
I
could put
remember now.
and it had a string of code behind the folder, and
Yeah,
it
a
would
big hexadecimal
put
code.
all your
Yeah.
settings put all your settings in one window, so you
Mm.
didn't have to dig around to find the hard to find ones.
Yeah, I
And
remember
that's
that.
what saved me.
Yeah, I remember that back in the
Well,
day. I forgot about that.
I, I, I snagged that off Don't Call Me Lenny site.
Mm. Yeah, I remember that. That's right. You made a shortcut on the desktop. You named it this thing and it gave you God mode. That's right.
It was uh, by default it was called God mode, and I was like, no,
Mm.
there is no God mode in Windows
No, no, not
because
really.
you, you
Uh,
you don't know the source code, so
uh,
therefore you're not
Angel
God. So
mode is
yeah,
more accurate. Yeah. You get
like I said,
Angel.
I always just called I just basically renamed it control panel,
Mm.
big
Oh,
control
yeah.
panel, whatever.
Yeah. The control panel you should have had.